All right, so very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Chat with SEGi series. Right now, we will be having the chat on our Faculty of Creative Design and Communication Studies. So, if you guys are unsure what this faculty is all about, basically, we provide extensive dynamic programs for all of you in graphic design, creative multimedia, interior architecture, visual communication design, mass communication, media production, and broadcasting as well. So, in this faculty, the prime focus on the programs offered are mostly industry driven, with strong support from key players of the creative communication industry. So, on today's Chat with SEGi series for this faculty, we will be sharing with you more on the course and how SEGi is the right choice for all of you to study your courses in the field of creative design and communications. Before we begin this session, my name is Mark Ruben, and I will be the moderator for you guys this afternoon. And with me in our Chat with SEGi series, I'll be having four amazing speakers along with me. First up, I would like to introduce to all of you Ms. Stella Lau, who is the CEO of SEGi Group of Colleges. Hi, good afternoon, Ms. Stella.
Good afternoon, Mark. Good afternoon, students and parents who are tuning in today.
Welcome, and thank you for being a part of our series as well today. And next up, guys, we have Encik Roslan. Encik Roslan is the Associate Dean of Joint Faculty of Creative Arts and Design. Hi, Mr. Roslan. Good afternoon.
Hello, hi Mark. Hello, Miss Stella. All right, I'm so excited. Let's start it up.
Awesome. Before we begin, I have two more speakers as well to introduce to everyone here on our show today. Right now, I'll be introducing Mr. Alvin Chang. Mr. Alvin Chang is the lecturer who is involved in the Media and Communication School of the Faculty of Creative Design and Communication Studies. Hi, Mr. Alvin. How are you?
Hello there, everyone. This is Mr. Alvin Chang, just a part of a lecturer under this group right here. Nice to meet you all.
Awesome, awesome. Right now, also, we will have our fourth speaker, who is Miss Pua. Miss Pua is the lecturer of interior architecture as well. Hi, Miss Pua. Very good afternoon.
Hi, everyone. This is Miss Pua here. I'm a lecturer in teaching in interior architecture.
I think your camera is not on.
Yeah, my camera is on.
Okay.
Okay, so far so good.
Some technical errors there.
Yeah. All right, parents, families, kids, SPM leavers, for those of you who are looking to widen your knowledge and to shape your career pathway in the field of creative design and communication studies, this Sunday evening is the place for you all to be, as we share with you and we explain to you, as we break down as well, what are the key factors and why you should join SEGi for creative design and communication studies. All right, so as we begin, I would just like to ask a very general question. Mr. Roslan, so as a student who is enrolling in SEGi under a communications or a design course, why should I enroll in SEGi? I mean, how will SEGi excite me, and what am I to expect from SEGi?
All right. Here we always excited to get new students to join with us. All right. What makes we are different from the others? All right. Let me share with you. Because our faculty is actually under SEGi Group of Colleges. It's one of the largest institution. If you compare to the other institution who offers art and design, it's just small institution. Yeah. Just offer art and design program only. All right. So what I want to share here is actually we provide holistic student experience. All right. What I meant by holistic student experience, because in SEGi Group of Colleges, we have different faculties. All right. So for myself, we Faculty of Creative and Design. So we have Faculty of Early Childhood Education, we have Faculty in Business, we have Faculty in Engineering, so we have so many faculties. And even the students join us, all right, study creative art and design, we basically offers a quite range of elective, all right, whereby students can pick or choose, what they want to study, all right, from other faculty and so on. So this is what I meant by holistic student experience. Students will not stick to their own, own circles,
Oh,
and yeah. So student we join certain classes. The student we join engineering students, all right, and so on. And we have a lot of club, society, and so on, whereby student can join, meet other faculty, student from other faculty, and so on. So this is one good thing about when they study in SEGi. If they study in, like small colleges that offers
yeah.
only design, the learning experience is not there.
So
You know, right?
there is
Yeah.
no limitations as what you mentioned, lah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. And also, I just want to share, because our program is very hands-on,
Mhm.
is basically our program is almost 100% coursework. All right.
I see.
So yeah, so those who do not like exams, for example, some students they don't like exam, they don't like to, sit for the exam, read the exam, and so on. So what we provide here is almost most of the courses that we offered here in our faculty, in my faculty, we offer 100% coursework. All right. So it enabled the students to create more holistic student experience, interpersonal skills, and so on, instead of, written exams. Some students may good in written exams, but actual fact, they're not really good in presentation, for example, Yeah, so this is what I meant for, yeah, we provide holistic student experience. So maybe Miss Stella, you want to add more on this?
Yeah, Bismillah.
I think there's so many exciting things going on with SEGi right now. We have literally transformed the way we teach things. We are very practical oriented, right, Roslan? We are
Yeah.
multidiscipline so we know that students, although they're very creative, but we don't forget that there's a business aspect of it. They do want to earn money. So we have introduced free electives to allow students to also maybe learn a little bit about accounting if they want, learn a little bit about management, learn a little bit of business, even IT, things like this that we have made all these things so exciting and so relevant. So some parents, if you're here today and you wonder, will my child ever be able to support themselves, because creative arts seems like maybe not as stable a career as business, where you don't have to worry because we teach business as well. So you can have all those elements to be a really well-rounded, like what Roslan said, very holistic type of education.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Right now, I asked the question. I feel like I want to enroll back into college to start studying
You should.
because of the
We'll have a
holistic
special class for you.
Yeah.
because the
Yeah,
holistic
Mark.
experience.
Yeah. So to add in what Miss Stella mentioned about, like art and design is very promising and rewarding career.
Mhm.
All right. You see, now doctors need designer. Later I show you. I'll share with you. Engineers need designers. All right.
That's very true.
Everybody actually need designers.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, for example, if you are working in properties company and so on, you need designer. You need interior designer, for example. All right. Even if you are in medical line, if you are in the medical line, you are doctors and so on. You see, every day we are receive the MySejahtera update and so on. So they need designer to do all the infographics.
Yeah.
You
Very true.
know what I mean? So that's why if you join art and design, you don't worry. It's a very promising and rewarding career. Everybody needs us. Everybody needs us.
Awesome.
And,
Awesome.
and should I also say that our diploma in graphic design or multimedia, they do earn very good salaries, don't they, Roslan? Even
Yes.
starting from a diploma holder, they do earn quite good salaries, to my surprise. So,
Wow.
so they do get very promising careers.
Yeah. On top of their full-time salary, they also do a consultation works. So they earn more basically.
Oh, yes, that's right. And a lot
Yeah,
of freelancing
freelance.
work as
Yeah,
well.
they are
Yeah,
able
they
to
do
freelance
freelance
as well,
work.
right?
Yes, especially during this pandemic, yeah, they got a lot of freelance job.
Mm.
That's amazing to hear. So,
Yeah.
guys, if you guys are looking to kickstart your career in creative design or communication, I think right now, I think we just started about 10 minutes and I'm already ready to, start a freelance, go and learn graphic design and see how I can venture it into myself. So it's actually very exciting if you guys actually look into this faculty. And yes, as mentioned by Miss Stella as well, the additional or extra possibilities that students may gain upon their certification is actually more than what people just think of right now. Only when you enroll and you study, you will realize that you are able to freelance and to hold one job. And as the salary prospect Miss Stella has mentioned, is actually very, very rewarding. Mhm. Okay, so I'd just like to ask Miss Pua, um, what do you think? Would you like to specify or break down for us on what are the additional or extra things or students may gain upon graduating, upon graduating in SEGi, besides their certification only?
Well, beside our diploma, right? We will do encourage students to get more certificates, just like for interior architecture, we will have MIID memberships.
Mhm.
All right, this MIID is Malaysia Institution Interior Designer. Okay, this membership, right, is for for students to get the pathway. Is in the future, if let's say they want to have their own company, right, they must
Okay.
have this membership.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the one thing we will encourage the students to take first. Like, then the second thing is those competitions. We will encourage the students to go and gain the experience of any of the competitions. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That's all right. Miss Stella, would you like to add anything on this? Maybe on the additional things students may gain upon their graduation?
Um, there are a lot of digital badges that we have introduced. So it's not just upon graduation, but along their studies, we are giving short rewards to encourage certain behaviors.
Okay.
I like Roslan to explain this because his faculty has come up with some very interesting badges. I saw some shining star badge and all those really creative things. You see, the badges are given because we realize that the academic transcripts only tell you whether you get an A or a A plus or a B
Yes.
and all that. So things like if you're the most helpful student in class, or you're the most creative, or um, you have great leadership skills, great teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
That's not reflected in the transcript. So by giving badges, we can help the students develop those things or make them want to develop those things. And so Roslan's faculty has developed some really interesting digital badges. Roslan, what are the
Yes.
names of some of the badges?
All right. So basically, we try to make our class fun. All right. We don't want like students so stressed with the classes and so on. So
Mm-hmm.
by giving out or by rewarding these digital badges, student will feel the student. We are encouraged. All right. The student will feel that, oh, I been awarded with this digital badges and so on. So we try to make students happy. All right,
Mm.
so basically we created 10 different exciting digital badges. So basically, I go quickly. All right, for digital badges, we will reward the student with the boss badges. All right, if they show their leadership during the class,
Wow.
we will give them the caring badge. All right, the caring. If let's say some students they carry their friends, they help the other friends to assist the assignment and so on. We
Mm-hmm.
have the fashionista, like art and design students. They are very fashionable and so on. Like
True.
mass comm student and so on. So we will reward them the fashionista badges. All right. Then we have ray of sunshine. We have the super cool, badges to the students. We have the super brain, all right, for those are very clever, all right. And then we have the super creative, all right, students who can think out of the box, students are beyond their assignment, And also we have super dynamic, all right, student who always ask questions. They're very active inside the class and so on. And also, not to be forgotten, we also have a group of students who a little bit quiet, but they do observe. So we
Mhm.
reward them with the super observer. All right. So basically,
Wow.
everyone will get this digital badges. We try to make them happy,
Mhm, mhm.
by giving out these badges, and also they can use these badges when they're applying for job and so on. So they can include those badges inside their CV, inside their LinkedIn and so on. Yeah.
Mr. Roslan, before we continue, can you give me a super cool badge? Because it sounds really
Yes.
fun.
And
All right, guys. So
provided you fulfill all the requirement.
definitely, definitely. I already keen to be a student. Then now you say got the badge. I'm more interested already, Mr. Roslan.
All right. Okay. All right, Mike. Sorry, yeah. Okay. On top of these digital badges, all right. Just now, Miss Pa already mentioned that for those who are doing interior architecture, all right, they will get a membership of MIID. MIID is Malaysia Institute of Interior Designer.
Mhm.
But this additional membership is not limited to interior architecture only. All right, so we provide various membership. All right, for our students, for example, for mass communication. All right, we encourage the students to register and be part of IPRM membership student chapter. All right, IPRM is Institute of Public Relation Malaysia. All right, for mass comm students. All right, so for design students like creative multimedia, graphic design also, we encourage them to register lifetime membership with REGA, WREGA. REGA is a Wakaf Reka Bentuk Grafik. So these are all the membership, all right, industry membership that we encourage the students to sign up and so on. Okay, and as I mentioned by Ms. Paul just now, okay, for those who are doing interior architecture, if they want to have their own company, all right, so one of the requirement is they need to get a membership from MIID, all right. So during the study, all right, we already get the student to register with this membership, all right. So student may not have difficulty in the future if they want to have their own company and so on. Yep. So
Wow.
just add into what Ms. Phua just
Okay.
mentioned.
And I think there's also industry certification that we are working with some a big industry as well, Roslan.
Yes.
Yeah, like Nikon and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
More
So
details when the student come in and ask us questions.
definitely. So students, at the same time, in the meantime, if you guys are already keen or interested, you guys want to inquire or ask questions, towards the end of our segment later, I will be sharing with all of you a link where it leads you straight to the student inquiry form. Please feel free to ask any inquiries or questions there. Okay. So moving on right now, Mr. Elvin, just a question to ask you. So, based on what Ms. Stella, Ms. Pua, and Mr. Roslan has mentioned so far about the faculty, so what do you think, or how does the teaching and learning approach in SEGi differ from other colleges, and why me as a student should enroll in SEGi for this faculty?
Okay, so what a very, very good questions and interesting one to be answered at here. Okay, so I would like to be saying that maybe industrial engagement. This is one of our strongest, one of the strongest point in our, I mean, FOCAT departments right here. Just take an example. If you would like to be enrolled, if you are students, if you would like to be enrolling, maybe under maybe diploma in mass communications, after you already have done all this kind of study and also the knowledge that we have provided at time, we also can letting you as a student, I mean, to join the industry at outside or even though collaborate with our SEGi College Subang Jaya. Just take an example, maybe KRU Studios, which is our one of our partners. All right, can is it something like that, Mr. Roslan? One of the partners that who are engaging
Yeah.
with us under the broadcast studio. Yeah. So basically, you see, we are not just only like providing the knowledge to the students, but also can allowing them to go through the industries to work with those kind of people, music industry or even the broadcast industry, to let them to hands-on more things to make it even more practical. Okay, instead of just like keep on like opening the textbook or even though referring to the PowerPoint, like they should keep on study. So students also will be thinking that is that the things that I want or you want. So basically, you see that this is the furthest to make the students to feel even more joy when they are trying to be enroll and study with us under FORCAP. Yeah, so basically, you see, this is the things.
Okay, so students, as you can see, Mr. Alvin has mentioned on how students will be given the privilege to balance out between the theory and practical.
Yes, exactly.
Mr. Roslan, touching on this factor, what is the proof you think that the students will choose or recommend SEGi to others, maybe during their studies or after graduating?
All right, thank you, Mark. All right, before I answer your question, so to add in I always add in what you said. All right, just to add in, to add in what Mr. Alvin just now mentioned. All right, so I'm proud to say that we have KRU Studio. All right, KRU Studio here in our campus. All right. So this KRU studio is industry collaboration between SEGi and the industry, whereby KRU is having their first off-site, all right, studio,
Mm-hmm.
which is in our campus. All right. So they choose SEGi. So you know why they choose SEGi? Why KRU not choose other institution and so
Yeah.
on? You know. Yeah. So I don't want to mention it here, but you know, there's a privilege of having this industry to choose SEGi to be their KRU studio here. All right. And there's a lot of activities going on between SEGi and so on. And also every activities by the industry that we include our student as well to be their part of their crew. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So actually not so which means students not only study, we will expose the students to the what real industry all about as
Yeah.
well. All right. Okay. Now back to your question. All right. So how am I ensure that student will join us? All right. So let me share with you. All right. It's all about brand loyalty. All right. So I think brand loyalty. If you like certain brand that you're coming back, you will buy it and so on. So I just want to share with you. It's all about brand loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, I think last few days we have. Uh, induction for our new students, all right, for
Okay.
new students and so on. So this one particular student looks familiar to me, all right, and his name is Shafiq, all right. Then along the way during the orientation and so on, then I got to know Shafiq has been study with us because of his elder brother who recommend him to study. His elder brother is actually
Oh,
my graduate. Okay, he already
okay.
graduate and study. So because of he already experienced, how we
Mm-hmm.
teach the lecturers, and so on. So they encourage the brother to younger brother to study with us. And to my surprise, all right. So that one is Shafiq, and then the elder brother is Shazwan. Shazwan, eldest brother, Shazwan also is actually our alumni. All
Wow.
right. So basically three of them study with us. So first one Shazrael, okay, then the younger one, all right,
Mm-hmm.
Shazwan, and then Shafiq, all right, the eldest one. So this is what we call brand loyalty, and this is what we provide. So if they are happy with what we provide them, they will
Right.
keep recommending us to their relatives, even their sibling, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And also we have recently we have twins from Kluang, from JB, all right, Hua Sirong and Hua Sihua. They're also twins, all right. They also actually one wants to do art and design, one want to do something else, but because of the younger sister already joined with us one semester earlier, and then
Okay.
they encourage the other twins to join in the latter semester. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm happy to hear this. All right, I'm happy to hear this. So it's all about brands. So they already experienced it. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
they keep recommending their family members, friends to study with us. Yep. So that's the proof that So then we
Mm-hmm.
still choose and recommend SEGI. Right.
That is
Thank you.
amazing to hear, Mr. Roslan. Ms. Stella, how about would you like to add anything on this?
Yes, I have seen a lot of in management, right? In management of the colleges, I've seen a lot of data where our students coming from, and that data points to a lot of what Roslan says. A lot of our students are recommended by friends or family, and and I think a lot of people will know that we do very little advertising otherwise. And so, but we feel that the students that come in, they are always recommended by either an ex-student
Mhm.
or a friend who has been studying here and say that, you must come to SEGi as well.
Yeah,
So we find a certain pride in that, that the word of mouth goes beyond our normal circles.
correct.
Yeah.
Mhm. And it's always more confident when it's recommended by a close friend or a family. So the physical relationship plays
Yeah.
also an important part when we recommend. Yeah, Miss Stella?
Yeah, true. And because of the many competitions, this faculty particularly have got galleries, they have got exhibitions where the students get to showcase their work. And there are a lot more activities, like they have pointed out, industry based activities, project based work. So they do get to showcase a lot of their work, a lot of their creativity. So there's a little bit of pride in that as well, which I think is very important in the entire learning process for the students.
Mhm. All right. So, Ms. Pua, I would just like to ask you something, a very in-depth topic, which I think many families of SPM leavers would be keen to know, especially parents. So, speaking on the topic of IQ and EQ, where creative studies and communication plays more or leverages more towards the side of the EQ. So, as we all can see in the current generation, many might consider art related careers as secondary, like as a side income project or something for you to earn as an extra. But based on what we can see right now in the development of the current world with the globalization as well, communication and creative design plays a very, very major factor in many careers surrounding us. So, what is the certainty that students will be employed upon graduating from SEGi?
Well, as you say just now, art and design is a secondary choices for the students to think about it.
Mhm.
It's not like medical or business
Correct.
or like engineering program. So, but what they don't know is the art and design actually is a rewarding experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, we like to watch movie, like they have the Oscar awards. So those are artists on the stage, but behind the stage, are they who they are? They are designer.
Yeah.
Yes, they are designer, especially the film editing, visual
Mm-hmm.
effects. They are come from art and design,
Very true.
right? And of course, this because of this pandemic also. Okay, now a lot of people they will relate with arts and design students. Why? Because of the business, they need to upload to the internet. If not, using this kind of technologies, right, they cannot
Mm-hmm.
survive. So this is also a very, I mean, it's a very good timing to show off our art and design also.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, especially during this pandemic situation where the
yes.
platform of social media and the internet plays a very
Mm,
important role in the development of many careers and many businesses.
yeah. Mm,
So they're looking out towards designers and content creators play a big
correct.
role in how people want to sell and how are they going to diversify their selling methods as well.
True.
Yeah. Mr. Roslan, would you like to share anything on this?
All right. Just now you mentioned about IQ versus EQ,
Yeah.
so on. All right. So this is the one that I wish, yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
it's just my wish. I wish I can change our education system. All right, in Malaysia, especially in secondary school.
Mhm.
you know why? All right, because they always put art stream is secondary.
Yeah.
So the first good classes is all science classes, for class science, and
Mhm.
art always towards the end. All right, why not change it to arts to the first few classes, first class, and the others the rest. Okay, but these things happen, so I really need to change people perception. I really
True.
need to change how they think about art and design. All right,
Mhm.
so art and design basically is not for those who are really good in EQ only. All right, so basically, what I want to say is actually, if you want to do art and design, it doesn't matter what background. Okay, if you're science stream students, you can also do art and design program as
Yes.
well. All right, as long as you have passion, all right, as long as you can think creatively, all right, and so on. So don't put art as a secondary.
Mhm.
But yes, I agree with you, like people perception is always there, so I hope you can change this perception. And if you look at the entry requirements, so most of our students also, they are not really excellent in SPM, but what they do not know is when they study with us, some of the students, they get Dean List Award. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this one is not that easy to get. Yeah, all right. So this is a student from art stream, and the SPM is not really good. But as they study with us, as they go along with all the classes they attended, with the guidance from the lecturers and so on. So these students able to art form, all right, and a lot of them able to get Dean List Award. All
Mhm.
right. Yeah, so this is what I want to share with you because now is like SPM is very rigid. Everything is written. You need to take maths, maths. If you don't like maths, you have no choice. You still have to do it,
Mm.
so on. Especially like sejarah. I don't like sejarah, for example, but it's compulsory.
Yeah.
So why sejarah? Why not arts? So these are the things that I want to share with you. So if you have mindset that arts is for secondary, please, all right, we need to change the mindset.
Mm.
Art is not for the secondary. Yeah.
I think
So
what really matters is where their passion lies, isn't it?
yes,
If the
Yes,
passion
yes.
lies in the creative side, if they love creating things, and they catch themselves in their spare time, what makes them happy is maybe some sketch work, and they just like to go into some creative mode. And I think they must seriously consider for the rest of your life, what do you want to do? Do you want to sit behind a desk and just key in data or play with or be in IT or engineering, or do you really like to be in a creative industry?
Mhm.
So it's not a matter of intelligence or results. I feel it's a matter of where does your passion lie,
Mm.
and to follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now it's different from last time, right? Where our parents would say engineering, law, or medicine, something
yes,
along those
The,
lines.
the three main careers have to come out every time.
Yes, right. But now, the modern parents, a lot of parents whom we have counseled and share with them the career opportunities, they really want students, their children, just to be happy. Choose
Mhm.
a career that you can be really happy working, because once you're happy working, you have the passion, you will make a success out of anything.
Yeah, very true. So
All right.
especially
For
right now
those of
where
you who are parents here,
correct.
Roshan, myself, that's all we want.
yeah,
So parents, remember to always, as much as we have ideas of how we want our kids to be, but it's always good to talk to them and know what they are passionate about, because the Faculty of Creative Design and Communication Studies shapes your students towards leading them towards what careers they would want to go to, and as what has been mentioned by all our speakers here, the careers in this field are very very rewarding. All right. So I just would like to also touch on the insurability of students studying in SEGi. So Ms. Puak, what do you feel that, or what have you seen that SEGi has been doing so far to ensure students will study in this faculty, the Faculty of Creative Design and Communication, during this pandemic?
Um, Well, as this pandemic starts, right? Actually, lecturer also we all panic because we are fully how do I say coursework, and then we are fully practical in the
Mhm.
in the class, so we have to change all in online. So that's it's not the suffer for the students, it's suffer for the lecturer also. So we have to
Mhm.
try to solve the problem to how to teach online, and then how to guide the students online some more. You
Mhm.
know, a lot of students are from the international school. I mean, the international students. I have a lot of international students. They
Okay.
are from different country. Then the timing also different. So we have to trying to solve it personally. You know, we have to ask them where are they from, and then we have to list down all the time for them, give them extra time to learn, and then we had the lecturer also have to do a lot of video recording,
Mhm.
right? So is from now having a year, we can say that it's fun for us, okay, to teach the students, right? If the student would like to join, you will have some different way to learn the art and design from pocket.
I see.
Yeah, as I can say.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alvin, maybe you can share, Alvin, your because you're also teaching, right? So what's your approach in teaching the students?
Agree with what Miss Paul has said. I have totally agree have what Miss Paul has said. So just now she has mentioned regarding about design students, majority of them are using like hands-on practicals. But basically it's just as same as our communication students, all right? One of the example of the subject, like maybe for example media studies or even though videographies, this kind of practicals subject. So usually we need to give our student, all right, we need to give our students assignments such as a video recording or even those that system recording and so on. So basically, you see, based on this kind of recording sessions, students must going outside, all right, outside of the field to make it even more interesting content.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
what this pandemics has changed us to be even more creativity. Even though that we staying at home that times, we also can able to be producing a lot of maybe good videos, or even though that we also can able to provide a lot of like even more interesting content to make our audience to be watched. All right. If students have produced this kind of like video works at times, I believe that that is also based on their creativity thinking. All
Yeah.
right. So you see, this is not just only like applying under the design course, but I believe that even though others of the course, all right, like business course or even though engineering course, all of them are forced to go for online at these situations. But like I say, everything can able to be solved. Yeah. So basically, this is just a little bit experience that under my communications students
Mhm.
has go through. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Alvin. So, just as what Mr. Alvin has mentioned regarding how they are given the flexibility to go out and learn more things just beyond the four walls of studying in the classroom. Many people out there still do not understand the proper concept or the proper understanding about mass communication in general. Don't you think so, Mr. Alvin? And many people also fail to realize how this field plays a huge part in the media development sector of our world today as well. So it has been a stereotype going on for many years where when we say, I want to study mass comm, and most of our parents be like, no, you should look into something more insightful for a career. It has always been that way. So, Mr. Alvin, how do you think it's possible, or how would be your approach or SEGi's approach in breaking this stereotype?
Okay, so interesting questions going on right here. All right. So just now, based on what Mr. Roslan has given his answer on previously that he has shared regarding about can those secondary art students can be the first one rather than the science stream students at the top of that. So basically, you see, this is just another similar, all right, another similar questions that pop into mass communications, all right. So during last time when I was like studying maybe diploma, at times I have a lot of my friends, all right, a lot of my friends who is taking mass communication as well. So I, as a student, I'm asking them, so why you need to take mass communication? All right. So majority of them are answering me that because the parents wants them to go there and they do not have those kind of strict directions that why mass comm, right? As to let our audience to know, mass communications can be divided into 4 main sections, all right? So first one is public relations, the second one is advertising, and then is journalism, and last but not least is broadcasting area. So you see that based on each and every single of these kind of area, all right, this can be concluded. Students have different pathways to go. So that's why you see during last time, those of my friend, they answering me this kind of question because they do not have a very clear direction where they should need to go. Right? Of course, nowadays, of course, I have a lot of students also have a very clear directions why they need to study mass comm. Like maybe, for example, one of my students that he wants to become a very, very good video, all right, videos, maybe a videographers, or even though some of them are wants to become a very good journalist in the future. So that's why you see they are choosing mass communication. So basically, this is just one of the reasons, all right? There's still many kinds of the reasons that mass communications can be go through. Okay, so that's why you see that parents will be thinking, all right? Parents will be thinking that this is also one of the opportunity, all right, to let the child to be chosen, okay, to be choose that is it you need to go for practicals, or you want to go for designing, or you want to go for theoreticals, and so on. So you see that for these kind of areas, even though that mass communications have a lot of different ways to go, but end out that students also can able to be learning even more different kind of area. Right? They not just learn from writing, they also can learn from presenting, they also can learn from doing filming and so on.
Yeah.
So you see, it's like very diverse, all right? Very diverse to speak about that. Yeah.
Right. So, Ms. Stella, Mr. Roslan, anything to add on to this topic?
Well, mass communication, I feel, is a niche in itself. The possibilities are endless. You can go into journalism, you can go into broadcasting, just like what we all have been saying. You can go into PR. There's so many things we can do just with mass communication. But the thing is this: if students are considering a career in mass communication, you want to study a diploma or a degree, and you really like this whole thing about communication because you're really good with your words, and you do want to get into all that thing, SEGi definitely has a lot of things to offer. And number one is our track record. We have been doing it for centuries, for years, for decades. We have got MyQuest 6 stars. Programs are accredited. It's really difficult to get accredited by MP because MP is a very structured method of validating and giving us the quality control and quality assurance. And we know creative, we know communications, they are very practical based and very real, so not very theory based. And all that comes as great achievements by the faculty. They've done exceedingly well. We have produced so many graduates. So for students who want to consider a career in mass comm, definitely SEGi must be one of your top choices, if not the only top choice. And we say that because of our excellent track record. If there's some things that SEGi is definitely doing well, I think the Faculty of Creative Arts and Design is definitely one of our top faculties. And for that, we are very proud of this faculty.
It's awesome to hear, Ms. Stella. Ms. Roslan, anything from your side?
Yes. To add in what Mr. La already mentioned, all right, and I try to relate it with current situation about pandemic and so on, you know. So basically, mass communication is actually people nowadays are into social media marketing and so on. Am I right, Mark?
Very true.
Yeah. So basically, we need a lot of content creator. All right, we call it content creator, creative content creator. So basically, you know, creative content creator can be broadcasting, you know, and so on in social media itself. So we need a lot of people in this field, in mass communication field. So that's why I think SEGi is the right place, all right, to study. Even though if pandemic is over, all right, so mass communication is still in needs in the future and so on because of we are moving towards the social media marketing and so on. So we need a lot of creative content creator. And talking about the awards, like I proud to share. Okay, I'm proud to share. Like for Faculty of Creative Art and Design, when we start off with MyQuest, okay, MyQuest, the first MyQuest in 2010, I still remember. All right, so under the Arts and Humanities Cluster, we are the one and only faculty, the whole Malaysia, all right, that received this 6-star award. No, I don't want to mention. I don't want to mention the other institution, but I'm proud to say, all right. So we are the one and only, all right, who gained 6-star under arts and cluster, art and humanities cluster, all right, during our first MyQuest, and we maintained, all right, we maintain our quality until now. The latest MyQuest also, we still maintain our 6-star rating, so our rating never dropped. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that is definitely very amazing things to hear from Ms. Stella, Mr. Roslan, and Mr. Elvin as well. So, parents, once again, if your kids are definitely considering a career or even a possibility to want to study in the field of creative design and communication studies, you guys definitely have heard the points mentioned and why they should choose SEGi for the Faculty of Creative Design and Communication Studies to study and excel for their future. The main question right now, which is arising towards many families and many students, as we all might know, is it a good time to study now? As in, despite the ongoings worldwide with the pandemic, there's so much uncertainty as well and fear that the students may or may not get the full learning experience. So, Ms. Stella, what is your view on this and how is SEGi overcoming this for the new students coming into the campus?
Thank you. Really great question. Our simple advice to students is don't wait. The future waits for nobody. Now is the best time to just study, to go ahead with your study plans, because what else can you do? The worst thing any student can do right now is to wait and do nothing, because doing nothing is not productive. Just go ahead and study. When the pandemic will be over, and I hope it'll be very soon, but let's say it takes another 2 years or so for the whole world to fully recover, right? Because different countries have different recovery rate. Then you find that in about 2 years' time, you would be almost graduating. You're ready for a job market that is poised to resurrect itself and to start employing people and business once again. So that's our advice to students and to parents. If you can afford it, if you can't, there's always PTPTN loan. There's always flexible payments that we offer to the students. Try not to delay this very important decision. You have heard from us. I am sure there are other people that you would have heard too, ex-students, people who have been in this field. Talk to them, and our final parting advice is always don't put off a decision, don't wait, don't let the movement control order control your future. Start now.
Awesome. Very awesome. All right, guys. So you guys have heard the brilliant input which has been shared by 4 of our amazing speakers here today. Before we end the entire session, I would just like to ask each one of our speakers here, what would be one word, just one word, you guys would use to describe this faculty to for the parents and the students looking to enroll in this course?
Only one word, yeah, Ma.
Anyone
One
can start. Just
One word only. I
Yes.
have more than one word, you know.
Okay, for me it's like fun.
Yes,
Mm,
fun.
to
Fun.
study at podcast.
How about you, Alvin?
I also have a lot of words. Oh my god. Okay, so if really would like to be choosing a word, so I will go for passion.
Passion.
Passion, yeah.
All right, for me, one word, awesome. All right, so
Nice.
please join us.
Hello.
Then I will expose you the awesomeness of our faculty. I don't know whether we got this word or not, Mr. All right.
I have more than one word as well. I just want to say that it's almost a guaranteed future. So let's go with best.
Best. All right, so we have fun, awesome, passion, and best. Dear parents and viewers, the time is now for your kids if they are looking to study in the Faculty of Creative Design and Communication Studies. Please do share our videos to everyone out there who is looking to venture into this field as well. And do not forget to hashtag in your post, chat with SEGi. Right now in the comments as well, I have included the student inquiry form for all of you. And I'll be including another link for you guys to view the visual artworks of our past student here at SEGi. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I would like to also thank all our 4 amazing speakers who have shared with us the wonderful insights of this faculty and how SEGi has been helping students to achieve their goals and their dreams towards becoming achievers in the field of Faculty of Creative Design and Communication Studies. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you so much once
you,
again
Mark.
to all our speakers.
Thank you.
And hope
Alright.
everybody have a good day. Thank you.
everyone.
Have a good Sunday.
Take care. Bye.
All right, thanks.